One stands out more for the value. It's cost effective and creative. So at the end of the day, the best cookbook, I suppose, is we've all been there, right? You see a thumbnail for a life-changing, high-protein meal or snack. You buy the PDF, you spend $40 to $100 on ingredients, and it ends up tasting like a chalkboard. The Anabolic kitchen, the macro-friendly kitchen, it's evolved. We've gone from simple egg white wraps to full-blown culinary masterpieces. But with every creator releasing a PDF or a hard copy book these days, the market is just so saturated. Today, we're gonna do a deep dive comparison of the heavy hitters, Greg Doucette, Cooking4Gains, Exercise4CheatMeals, and Will Tennyson. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, and quite literally the inedible. Let's kick things off with the man himself, the OG, Greg Doucette. First up, the man arguably started this entire movement, Coach Greg. We're looking at his Anabolic Cookbook 3.1. Greg was the first one I saw who really systematized the high protein, high volume lifestyle, right? So let's be real. He changed the game for all of us. Before Greg, who was eating anabolic ice cream or protein French toast every single day? And trust me, I've made so many of his recipes, probably close to all of them. The wraps, the puddings, the popcorn, the muffins, the pancakes, all of it. It was the first time that I realized you could eat huge portions while still staying lean. So if we want to talk about the pros of Greg's 3.1 version, it finally feels like a professional product because it includes pictures. The first couple books didn't have any pictures. So in the early days, you were essentially paying a premium for a Word document. Now it's really a solid blueprint. I guess if we had to talk about cons, we'd say it's a significant one-time investment for recipes that are kind of becoming a bit old school compared to the newer culinary focused creators who are out there these days. It's effective, don't get me wrong, his meals will work. They do what they are advertised to do, but the culinary bar, it's really been raised since he first launched the book. And next, we're going to talk about Cooking4Gains, not briefly enough. I'll be blunt here. This whole book feels like AI slop. I've tested several of these recipes, and honestly, it feels like someone asked ChatGPT for a high protein meal prep and then somebody filmed it without a single test run. It's like he just puts in a recipe prompt and then makes it for the first time on camera. You know, and as a consumer, when you're spending money on expensive protein powders and specialty ingredients and taking the time to make these recipes, you want to guarantee. You don't want to gamble. I've tried several of his, and it's quite literally a 50-50 chance if it's going to look or taste right. In my kitchen, we don't have time for 50-50 odds. If I'm following a guide, I need it to work 100% of the time, just as advertised. Next up, let's talk Exercise4CheatMeals diet cheat codes. Okay, the Cream King himself, Nick, his meals, his book, the attention to detail is unrivaled. It's next level. This is as much a how-to book as it is a recipe book. I'm gonna try not to glaze too much here, but he covers everything from the specific cookware, the actual cooking methods. If you own a Ninja Creamy, the book's a no-brainer, as is his Scoopology book, which is only Ninja Creamy recipes. They're just unmatched. It's a non-negotiable if you have a Ninja Creamy. And don't even get me started on his high-protein pizzas. I've had a lot of high-protein pizzas over the years. His are the best. They're hands down the best in the game. I did a full day of eating using only the recipes from his cookbook. I'll link that up here. And quite frankly, the results, they speak for themselves. Some say the book is expensive, but I look at it as an investment that has a high ROI. Since he continues to add new recipes to the cookbook as he creates them for his channel, the value it keeps growing. It's something that you can buy once and it can evolve as the state of the macro-friendly world evolves. You keep getting new recipes. Next up, we have Will Tennyson's Bite Me. finally, we have a cookbook from Will Tennyson. He did have one before. This out of the box, it's not a bodybuilding type of framework that he uses for his recipes. I did a full day of eating with this book. I'll link it here and in the description. And there's 3 recipes that are now permanent staples for me. His breakfast pizza is incredible. The chocolate chip muffins were very good. And the healthy pad thai was just an unbelievable dinner. The volume is insane. He also includes a great intro to kitchen must-haves and pantry essentials that you need, things that you must have in your fridge. It's a very unique book. You're getting soups, you're getting shawarma chicken, the flavors that actually stand out that you might not necessarily think to use. It doesn't feel like diet food. It feels like you'd actually pay for something like that at a restaurant. That's how good and unique these recipes are. So let's go through a definitive ranking here. The nitty-gritty of it is, how do they actually rank when you put them side by side? Well, let's get number 4 out of the way, Cooking4Gains. This lands at the bottom simply because of the trust factor. When I open a cookbook, I'm looking for a mentor in the kitchen. I don't care if you're getting updated with all your recipes if the recipes suck. If I feel like I'm the one beta testing your recipes, the book has already failed its primary purpose. This one's farthest from the pack because the consistency, it just isn't there. If you're a beginner, this book might actually frustrate you out of your diet because the recipes, they just don't hit like they should. They're not remotely as promised. So good, that's out of the way. Number 3, let's talk Greg Doucette's Anabolic Cookbook 3.1. This one is, yes, timeless, and let's be honest, we all owe our low-calorie French toast addiction to Greg, but it's a very expensive one-time purchase. And while the recipes, they're super effective, super filling, it's exactly as promised, it does everything you need it to do for fat loss, they do lack the culinary flair that makes a diet feel like a lifestyle. It's a very good foundation, but it's just no longer the ceiling in the space, if you will. Now, number 2, I haven't mentioned this one yet actually, my cookbook. I feel like this is the happy medium, so I'm gonna insert a brief segment here showing my own book. I wanted to bridge the gap. So I saw people struggling with the high cost of Greg's book and the complexity of others. My goal was to provide that NIC level testing, that high quality, but at a price point that doesn't feel like a barrier to entry. So I focus on some foods that you can use to crush your cravings, foods you don't think you could have, but you now can because they're more macro friendly and they keep you excited to eat them, without any kind of AI slop. And let's go right to number 1. It's a tie. It's essentially a tie, but one stands out more for the value. So let's break it down. Will Tennyson's Bite Me and Exercise4CheatMeals Diet Cheat Codes. So it's almost impossible to pick between these two because they serve very different moods. So go with Will if you want to break the bodybuilding mold. If you're just simply tired of the same flavors and you want something like pad thai or a ham and cheese roll-up or some shawarma chicken, that actually fits your macros with these types of recipes, this is going to be your winner. It's cost effective and creative. So go with Nick though if you want absolute precision. If you are a data person, want to know the exact cookware and method to ensure a perfect high protein pizza or Ninja Creamy recipe or whatever recipe every single time, Nick's gonna be your guy. His attention to detail, like I said, it's the gold standard of the industry, and quite frankly, if I had to pick between the two, I'd go with Nick's for the consistent updates and precision on every single recipe, especially if you're a newbie in this. It's gonna give you so much education and the value just keeps coming. So at the end of the day, the best cookbook, I suppose, is the one that keeps you in the kitchen and away from the drive-thru. So let me know your favorites in the comment section. Check out the full day of eating video that I just did on Will's book, on Nick's book, and I'll see you in the next one.